Come here! Right up Main Street.
That dagger. What did it do to me?
Not sure, but we should get back. We'll talk it through there.
Mike, what do you think about the difficulty? Difficulty? It's extremely easy so far.
Has failed, sister.
But I'm having fun.
Now the magic of the dreadful stagger is
I still feel like I'm in
hidden
the
from me.
tutorial.
Fen Harel meddles once again.
If his dagger's beyond our reach, we must craft another. Made of red lyrium.
Red lyrium? No, sister, that's bad news. You don't want that.
You said something took you over,
Something like that?
and it's still with you.
Yes. I think so. It can't be possession, can it?
I doubt it. Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to the Fade. Solus's dagger triggered this event. But how? Or why?
I can ask him tonight when I'm sleeping.
I'm sorry, Lace. I wish I had answers.
It's all right. Talking has helped. And hey, we got the dagger, right? Mission accomplished. Dwarves have never used magic. We can't.
Mage option.
It's not the magic I know.
What do you mean?
It's clearly stone-focused, which makes sense. Dwarves are children of the stone.
Mages connect to the Fade. Dwarves reach out to the stone? Maybe?
Maybe.
I guess.
Chat, them sitting so close together reminds me of something I want to share with you guys. See, you know, on the subject of the concept of personal space, my son is 12, and he came to me and he was telling me about someone who was too close to him, and he doesn't know the phrase personal space, and he told me that they were standing inside his hula hoop of happiness, and he didn't like it. Hula hoop of happiness. And I was like,
well, hello there.
I gotta remember this. I gotta tell this later. And then I told him, I was like, most people refer to that as their personal space, but I understand your meaning.
We don't have any real answers.
I honestly don't know what to think.
Tell me about it.
Maybe I just need time.
It's all strange, but somehow I feel connected.
To
the stone.
So I thought she froze those guys, like ice magic, but I guess she petrified them, and I just didn't pick up on that.
Dwarves call ourselves children of the stone. Some of us have what we call stone sense. Those that have it can feel caves, lyrium veins, and faults in the rock. I wasn't one of them. Maybe the dagger unlocks something hidden. But this is more than the stone sense I know. I know it's strange, but is this gonna create problems for us?
Oh, totally flirt.
Harding, you being here is never a problem.
Huh. Really?
I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here, to be honest.
That's so sweet. Thank you. I, feel the same.
Chat, I flirted with Scout Harding through all of Inquisition, and it never there are flirt options for Scout Harding throughout all of Dragon Age Inquisition, but it never goes anywhere. Like, they never just finish setting that up. Like, the options are there, but it doesn't lead to anything ever. We're making up for lost time.
I'll send word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw, and then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solus in the Fade.
Good luck. Try not to let him get to you. It feels like we're finally making some progress. And I'm not sure what my new magic's about, but I know it feels right.
Really surprised Harding gets the magic. I thought it would be Dagda.
With their eyes on the Dreadwolf and the gods he'd set loose,
You weren't the same person
they
as
couldn't
Inquisition?
see
Yeah, I'm the
their
rebound.
own personal demons coming to haunt them. Harding told herself it felt right. She was connected to the stone, to the lost titan.
Also, and you know, we are talking about previous games here, so a little bit of a spoiler warning for the previous games. There was a DLC in, was it Inquisition? I think it was Inquisition. Basically, we go underground and we're following a lyrium vein, and there's monsters underground and stuff, and we basically find out what lyrium is. And essentially, yeah, spoiler warning, 5, 4, 3, 2, it's blood. Lyrium veins, veins of lyrium being that blue glowing rock that it has like magic properties. It is blood of titans that are underground. And people have been mining it for centuries, not realizing that.
And all of Dwarven
It's Baja
history
Blast.
with its buried secrets. How could that be anything but good?
Sandal did the same thing in DA2. Yeah, but Sandal wasn't directly casting magic. He would make like runes and stuff. It's like he could craft magic items, then he would expend those items. You know, he wasn't just like shooting fireballs out of his hands. Item found. View. Equip. Skip that.
Guess I should find some place to try to talk to Solus.
Skill point. So I still don't really get staff energy. Empowers staff attacks with bonus damage and applies an affliction when full. Sure. Hey Muck, there is a puzzle at the lighthouse you do at the moment. I assume you mean turning the statues. I think I've halfway done that one. Yeah. A lot of the stuff near the center of the skill tree seems pretty juicy, so I'll pick up more of this. Let's see. The people in my party that have heals, I'm gonna prioritize that. Is very nice. Wait. I just noticed something. Look at his face. Indifferent. Indifferent. I hate this rock. It's just scowling. Okay. Let's see.
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think. Therefore, Harding must have put my pack here. That makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
We get a fish tank. Varric's shaving mirror.
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Examine options related to scars. Scars? We had an option for... Wait, what? We had scars options at the beginning. Like, I picked one. It's on my face. Gender identity options? This is probably the thing that a lot of people are, like, going on about on Twitter. I'm very confused about the scar thing, though. What is the scar stuff? Scars are lessons learned. My scars are badges of honor. These scars are sexy. Wait, what? Is this just like me talking to myself about scars? Back. This is odd. Examine options related to gender. Okay, I gotta see what this leads to. Examine options related to gender identity. I'm getting there. Establishes transgender identity. I love who I am. Establishes transgender identity. Feels good to see the real me. Establishes transgender identity. Back. That's enough.
If I'm the one who's got to get it done, I should stop admiring myself and get to work.
Huh. Odd. Hey, Mud, quick question. Do you know if I can install games on a separate drive than the one Steam is on? Yeah. Yeah, you can. There's a, okay, I don't want to stop everything for this. You can. You can. I have done that. You can, if you Google, like, change default install location for Steam games, there is a way to do that. I have done that on my Steam, like, years ago. It's very on the nose, just bad writing. Yeah. Place Navarin urn.
Oh, Baron Van Markham. You wanted the undead to rule Navara, but you forgot about the Mournwatch.
Oh yeah, my background was
After
I was in the
put you down,
Mournwatch.
Mournwatch sent me away with Varric to stop the noble families from complaining.
Wait, I brought the villain in a jar with me from my origin story? Scar. Wait, what? Dakakura says the scar screen you just saw is about trans top surgery. Yes, in your fantasy game. Okay, this may sound really stupid and naive, but I'm honestly speaking from like a place of trying to understand. Like, let's say you've got a guy, and they feel like they should have been born a woman. Okay, fine. When they make a character in a video game, would they not just make a female character? Why would they make a male character with scars? I feel like they would just make the character of what they wanted to be. Like, I don't... It's over my head. It's over my head. Let's see. I made the right call.
The Mournwatch is supposed to protect the world from dangers outside the realms of the living. That's what I did. Even if it wasn't politically convenient.
What's this? Place ancient elven scroll.
The peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me the scroll went back even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history. Even more than the rest of us.
Woo! Boy, that was loud. You spooked me. Boy just came barging into the room.
He had fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself.
Alright, do I have anything else? Oh, my door unlocked. So I guess I was locked in my room until I unpacked. Oh, no, never mind. Maybe it's just motion sensor activated. There's something here. Place magical project.
The ever-turning orb. My final training project as an apprentice.
We had
I
that
spent
object in our
months
backpack?
finding the precise balance of energy flows to make the enchantment permanent. Amazed this thing still works, seeing how many times I messed up the magic and broke something. Yeah, but I got there eventually. Right. That's better. Now, how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Okay, thank you. Please stop.
Back so soon.
Oh, it worked.
It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
According to some sources. Solus remembered your verbal jab.
Depending on the story.
There we go.
And what story shall we tell now?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Is this your first time playing Veilguard? It is, yes. It just came out yesterday, and I started it yesterday. So I think I'm about 3.5 hours into the game now.
I stopped you, didn't I?
You disrupted the ritual.
Yeah, I did. Even though I'm nowhere near as powerful as you.
Your plan is to tell me how powerful you aren't?
In the Morn Watch, I had to deal with undead nobles threatening all of Navarro with civil war. Our squad was overwhelmed, and we were supposed to retreat.
But you attacked instead, defeated the nobles, and prevented a war.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that powerful opposition doesn't frighten me. I find a way to get the job done, whatever it takes.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The elven gods, as you call them.
I hope you are enjoying Veilguard. Keep up the great content.
Thank you, Skips. I appreciate the support. Appreciate the sub. Let's see. Thanks for streaming. I'm gonna head out. See you, Incognito. Johnny says, it's modern cultural issues in a fantasy world under constant threat of being destroyed, and I bet not a single person in that universe has the time for that. It does seem kind of forced. I am enjoying the game. I'm having fun, but I can also at the same time agree that some of this the stuff that is thrown in there feels kind of forced. But continuing on, we'll see what happens.
They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
More options. Oh, I've been wondering this.
I don't understand. Elganon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
Chat, RPGs are about choice. Can we stop them? How do we stop them? Then we stop them.
Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
What would they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
Was there a DA game between this and Inquisition? Inquisition's DLCs were between Inquisition and this. It's like this picks up right out, like one of the DLCs for Inquisition is you chasing Solas, and then you having a conversation with him at the end.
I'm not going to bend a knee to blighted, murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elganon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganon and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
You've acquired new appearances for your wardrobe. These can be modified at the wardrobe in your room. Right there. Not many inventory slots, are there? That's the only one that's a maybe. Who dat? Hi, Kelcro.
Mukluk is playing Pixar's A Dragon Age. Mukluk sip.
Full plate mage chat? Hide in conversations. Here we go. Let's see, Ivan says, as someone who's played all of them, do you recommend this? I've only played a bit of Inquisition. Okay, so first off, you don't have to play Inquisition before playing this. Obviously, you would have more context. However, they did that thing where at the beginning of this game, there's like a little cinematic, and they kind of explain what happened leading up to this. It's enough to give you a basic understanding, so if you want to just jump into Veilguard without playing previous Dragon Age games, you can. If you played previous Dragon Age games, it is worth saying this doesn't play like those. It's like, Dragon Age Origins could almost be called turn-based strategy. This game is like real-time combat. It plays like, you know, Darksiders or Horizon or God of War. You know, it plays more like that than the past stuff. So if you were a diehard fan of the past stuff, you know, you might not care for this. But for what it is, I'm having fun. There are pros and cons to it. We were just talking about the writing a little while ago, but you know, it's not perfect, but I'm enjoying it so far. No, I don't need to do decorations. Wait, oh, hold on a sec. I'm going the wrong way. Varric's over here.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? You stopped an entire undead rebellion with less than a dozen Morn Watchers.
Just needed a bolder approach than Watchers usually take.
And no one else knew it. Only you figured it out. Ticked off a bunch of snooty Navarrans, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen.
It's odd to me that he has like a leg brace on, like his leg is injured, but then he's got the knee bent up and he's like putting a little bit of weight on it. Shouldn't that leg, like if that's injured, shouldn't that be like straight out and just resting on the bed right now? Bothering me.
With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Demeter's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You left him to fend for himself.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they